Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renee Box Young, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed, coherent, mature fashion. Definitely, you know how we do it here, kings and queens. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning into the flash lives, the premieres of my videos such as this, tuning in real time, playback gang. Also, shouts out to each and every one of you, man. If you're a new listener, go ahead and subscribe. It costs you nothing. If you love the sport of boxing, this is the place for you. Hit the notification bell so you know when I do my flash lives. Push the premieres, etc., etc. Definitely, man. I want to talk about this, definitely, man, about Conor Benn. I'm not so sure. This is more like, when it comes to prospects and stuff like that, things of that nature, when it comes to sport of boxing, usually hardcore boxing fans see that kind of stuff, see these kinds of bouts and fighters coming up. In particular, Conor Benn, I've been following him for a minute. He recently fought Granados. And I kind of want to get my input on this. And this goes a little bit back, too. When you go to, Conor Benn, when he fought Samuel Vargas, I've said it several times, when it comes to Conor Benn talk, as of late, when Conor Benn fought Samuel Vargas, generally speaking, let's just go a little bit before that. Conor Benn's style, man, he's been criticized quite a bit, UK fighter, welterweight division. He has a lot of heart, man, and he has power in his punches, definitely, man. But the thing here is that when it comes to, generally speaking, Conor Benn's style, he just tries to throw a lot of power punches and he keeps himself wide open, which is one of his major deficiencies in his fight game, okay? In his craft and his skill, what he brings into the ring. That's the thing, what I can pinpoint. That's what I can pinpoint concerning Conor Benn. But I like him, which is why I'm making this video. I have my eye, and I've been talking about it several times. Respect to UK fighters. I love the sport of boxing, and I don't care what country, these fighters are from. I just, love watching and seeing talent in the ring. I think Conor Benn is worth talking about, definitely. And, that's just one of the biggest deficiencies I have seen in him. He has some pop, though. Several TKOs in his record, in several of his fights. But that's the only deficiency I take from it, and it's quite noticeable. It's quite noticeable, And generally speaking, like I said, I appreciate and like watching fighters, from the UK, definitely, man. And one of my all-time favorites, man, UK fights, I've talked about it, mentioned it several times, is Carl Froch versus Groves. 1 and 2, the rematch. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Beautiful stuff. You got Frampton from over there, you know what I'm saying? You got, Josh Taylor, from those areas. I appreciate, fighters from everywhere. And Conor Benn, I think, is worthwhile, And so that's the thing about Conor Benn. He just throws a lot of power punches, generally speaking. But this is what I'm getting at. Now let's get back to Samuel Vargas. I personally thought there was improvement. I know a lot of people say, or people may contemplate, or may have said that, Conor Benn, we didn't really see any improvement in the Samuel Vargas fight because it was so fast. Well, that's precisely why I think there is improvement, because, he showed patience in that fight, and I talked about it in the post-fight, whenever I talked about it in whatever video, whatever flash live I talked about it, I mentioned that, Conor Benn's performance against Samuel Vargas, and I thought it was nice. I thought it was a really good performance. He did what he had to do, throwing them power shots, but he was quite patient. He was quite patient, and, it took Samuel Vargas out in the first 45 seconds, approximately in the first round, something along those lines. Great stuff, man. And, it took, I know there's controversy when it comes to the triangle theory and stuff like that. For example, Spence, when he fought Vargas, if I remember correctly, it was a while ago, it was years ago. You got Virgil Ortiz recently fought Samuel Vargas. Took him a while to take him out, but styles make fights, I get it. But, Conor Benn took this guy out, like, in the first round, man. So, if that doesn't show improvement in what he's doing, I don't know what does, So, I definitely have, accredited Conor Benn and growing in his craft, because like I said before the the Samuel Vargas fight, he's been like that, in his style, just throwing power punches, going for the gusto, wanting to knock your head off, which I think is a deficiency in Conor Benn's style and technique, when it comes to him fighting in the ring. So, but I like him, man. I like what he does. Now, this is something I want to point out before I get to this, okay? To other points I want to talk about. When you go back to the Samuel Vargas, Conor Benn post-fight, in the interviews or whatever, Conor Benn started calling out, Adrian Broner and, mentioned Amir Khan. It looks like Conor Benn wants that smoky, with Adrian Broner or Khan, This is what I want to say here. This is what I want to say here. I understand, you know, I humbly think he wants to go fight these guys because of their names. Not necessarily because they're going to give him like a, you know, competition. They're not going to, you know, test him. Right now, Conor Benn is at a point in his career where he has to step it up. I've said it with several fighters out there. You know, for example, I think Stanionis also should step it up. He just fought, you know, Luis Collazo, if I remember correctly. That wasn't even a fight worth covering, you know, for me. I didn't even do no lead-ups, no videos, nothing. Because I knew what was going to happen, man. I mean, Stanionis was going to just, you know, punch. Luis Collazo was just a punching bag. You know, I didn't see any reason why. I didn't see any competitiveness in that fight at all, you know, in the lead up and in the fight. When you actually watch it, it's like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? I've said it to several fighters out there, you know, certainly some of these guys have to step it up. I think Stanionis is one of them in the welterweight division. I think, you know, Conor Benn is definitely one of them in the division. I talked about recently Ugas right before, you know, it was before the whole Ugas Pacquiao fight was announced, and you know, Ugas replaced Spence, blah blah blah, because you know, him being previously in the co-main event, you know, scheduled to fight Fabian Maidana. I was like, what, man? You know, I wasn't happy with it, you know, and I thought, and I said, as a matter of fact, I made a video about it. I made a video about it, and I said, what, man? Fabian got to step it up. I'm sorry, Ugas has to step it up, you know. Hey, and things worked out where he fought Pac-Man, right? Shouts out to Ugas. And I feel the same here concerning Conor Benn. I know he's a prospect. I know he's climbing up the ladder, you know. But I think he really has to step it up now, you know. But the thing here is this. He fought Granados. And this correlates with the post-fight and what he said when he fought, you know, after he fought Samuel Vargas. And I want to link this together. Now, okay, he fought Granados. Okay, now concerning that fight, you know, Granados, man, I mean, that guy was taking just a beating. I mean, you know, I don't know how you saw that fight, but Granados was just getting punched all over the ring. You know, Granados is a warrior. He was fighting back. I don't know until when... I'm sorry, man, but I don't know until when Granados is going to fight. I mean, he's just taking beatings after beating after beating. I mean, I don't know what, you know, Granados. I hope he made some smart investments. You know, I hope he has something to fall back on, other than boxing, because I don't know about Granados, man. That guy's just taking beatings. You know, I understand make your money, but you're just taking beatings, man. I hope nothing bad happens to that guy, man. That kid, man. I mean, just you go to that, you know, Conor Benn fight versus, you know, Granados. Man, gosh. You know, Granados was just throwing bombs all night long. Ouch. I don't know how Granados didn't go down, man. I think he got wobbled, whatever, but I don't know how he didn't go down, man. I mean, Conor was going to the body. Beautiful stuff. Now, I take this, man. I think, you know, Conor Benn has to improve in the boxing style, because this went a lot of rounds, okay? This fight, I think it was 10 rounds or something like that. I don't remember. But, you know, it was not one round like when he fought Samuel Vargas. I mean, so it went several rounds, okay? And Conor was kind of doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Now, you know, you climb up the ladder, top 5 in the welterweight division. You can't do that. You can't, you know, Conor Benn can't do that. And something else I wanted to say, and this is kind of like a post-fight reaction, I guess, but it's just a general thing on Conor, you know what I'm saying, concerning him. He has to use the jab more. He has to box more, man. If he were to jab more, you know, box more, he would really have a lot of potential to be up in the, you know, maybe get a championship belt sometime in the next couple years or so. Because another thing I want to mention is this. The welterweight division, as I said, concerning the heavyweight division some time ago, months ago, I made a video about it. I just don't remember when it was, but I think the welterweight division, there's going to be changes, ladies and gentlemen. Some time ago, also, I just don't remember the videos I say them in, but I know I said it. It's on wax. It's on, you know, I got the record here on the channel. Okay, somewhere out there, I said that, you know, I don't think that Bud Crawford's going to be boxing any much longer. You know, I've been saying that for a while. I don't think he's going to box too much longer. You know, whether it be welterweight division, whether he goes down to 140, whatever the heck Bud's going to do, you know, whatever. Why do I say that? Because I think the welterweight division is going to be changing sometime soon, man. Maybe the next year. I think there's going to be some guys leaving the welterweight division top. Spence, I'm not so sure how long Spence will be fighting either in the welterweight division. Especially, ladies and gentlemen, with what happened with his eye. Who knows, man? Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Abner Mares, he has had issues with both of his eyes, the retinas or whatever, and he had to pull out, man. You can't keep boxing with those kinds of injuries. I don't know. I mean, who's to say, man, that Spence won't go through some injury in his next fight concerning that eye, with that eye? I don't know. It's very iffy right now with Spence's career and his longevity in the sport. I just don't know how long Spence is going to be, and I just think there's going to be some changes. Look at Ugas's age too. Look at Ugas's age. Yeah, he has skills. Blah blah blah. We're not talking about skills. I'm talking about the welterweight division. I think it's going to shift within the next year and a half. I think there's going to be some changes. Why am I saying all this? Because if Conor Benn improves just on these little aspects, me speaking as a boxing fan, as a viewer in his performances, for the past while, he can possibly get a championship belt if there's going to be any changes around the next year and a half, maybe 2 years. But in this fight against Granados, same thing over and over again. Taking nothing away from him, but he got the win nicely, very nice win against Granados. But just gotta box more, man. Because you can't make it to the top against the top champs. I mean, just look, ladies and gentlemen. You already know the names. I personally think that Ennis is going to be, unified champ. Unified champ, if not undisputed champ in the welterweight division quite soon. Maybe in the next year. Talking about from now to the end of 22, possibly. Early 2023, maybe. But because of the stupid politics, you already know the story, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows if he'll be able to become undisputed because of the politics, not necessarily because of Ennis' skill set, nothing like that. His skill set and talent and what he's doing right now, I see Jerome Ennis easily being unified champ in the welterweight division. And Conor Benn's along the line there in the division. You got obviously Virgil Ortiz, Stanionis possibly will be a champ. You just got several names out there. Now, going back to that, look at Ugas's age. You see, so these top guys right now, ladies and gentlemen, in the welterweight division, I don't think they're going to be champs there for much longer. Whether it be because one pulls out, retires, or another, fighter because of Spence and the injuries and things of that nature. Maybe because Spence has expressed also moving up to 154. Maybe because of that. Ugas, look at his age. I don't see Ugas champ for too long. That's just me saying this, okay? But what I'm trying to say here is that Conor Benn, man, he has to improve in his skills. He definitely does. He definitely has to improve in his skills. And now, check this out. After the Granados win, salute to Granados, salute to Conor Benn. He's talking about he wants to fight Adrian Broner. He said it again, man. He's saying this again. He's expressing this desire again. I don't see a point in fighting Adrian Broner. Now, why? Because let's get to this, okay? I want to show you guys something here. Let's get to, let's get to the rankings. I want to show you. Let me just go ahead and pop that up for you, and let me go ahead and align that for you. We got here in the welterweight division, okay? Let me just kind of zoom out just a tad, all right? So you got here in the welterweight division, you got, the Ring Magazine, whatever, okay? So you got number 1, Spence. Everybody knows the names, okay? WBA, Ugas, Jamal James. They got to get that stupid regular championship stuff out of there. WBA, I hope they work on that. They have been working on, reducing the amount of belts and stuff like that, but we'll see when they get them dumb regular champ belts out of there. Okay, so anyways, I'm sure this is updated. This is from boxingrankings.co. Link in the description. Check it out. Sometimes I like to, experiment with other, rankings and stuff like that. From what I understand, this is quite recent. This is quite updated. So we'll see, right? If not, whatever. I don't know. So WBC, Errol Spence. We know that. IBF, Errol Spence. So you got, these guys are the top champs, okay? And these are the top 10 in the welterweight division, okay? Stanionis is 10 in the ring. You got WBA, Fabian Maidana. Okay, whatever. You got him number 9 in the WBA rankings. You see there? So you got Conor Benn number 9. You got Jerome Ennis, you see IBF right there at number 4. So he's up there, man. Jerome Ennis is up there. Virgil Ortiz, if I remember correctly, I don't think this is updated. Let me correct that. I'm not sure this is too updated with the rankings, okay, in this particular page. Because I remember the other day, Virgil Ortiz posted on Instagram, whatever, social media platform, He's number 1 in 3 of these divisions. I just don't remember the other division. He's not. Sorry, number 2 or number 1. Virgil Ortiz is up there in most divisions. Okay, as contender or whatever you want to call him. Okay, so Virgil Ortiz is up there. Why am I showing this? Because Adrian Broner, where the heck is Adrian Broner? He's nowhere top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Unless this is, I mean, maybe because it's not updated, he's not in the top 10. But Adrian Broner's not even, that's one point, at the heart of this video I want to talk about. And I want to clarify and make very, emphasize. What the heck you want to fight Adrian Broner for? You know what I'm saying? I think you can't see the WBO. I'm sorry about that. So you just kind of, let me just go ahead and do this. You see, so you can see the WBO right there. So you see the WBO, Virgil Ortiz, one of those stories. There's Sean Porter. Who the heck knows what's going to happen between Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter if they're going to fight? Whatever. Per spit extension twice. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares now? I don't even care about that right now. I just want to see them fight. And if nothing's official, I don't care. So, we got here. Where's Adrian Broner, man? Why? See what I'm saying? You see, that's kind of frustrating to me. Why is Conor Benn constantly mentioning Adrian Broner, man? Adrian Broner, man, I'm done with him. I'm just, as a fan, who cares, man? I mean, I understand Conor Benn wants to do it for the name, but you got some nice names here, Conor Benn. Let's step it up. Let's step it up. You got enough fights. You got enough fights now, man, in your pro career. Stop it with these freaking Amir Khan names. Stop it with these, and I love Conor Benn. That's why I'm making this video. I think it's worth talking about, You got some names, ladies and gentlemen, that would give Conor Benn a nice test and that would boost his name a lot more. Because right now, like I said earlier, man, Conor Benn is mainly, he's a UK guy, UK star, whatever you want to call him, whatever. More people in the boxing community know him from the UK. Hardcore boxing fans mostly know Conor Benn. But outside of that, no one really knows who Conor Benn is. If you really want to boost your name up a little bit more, I think you should, fight one of these guys here. Because competition-wise, it would give a great show on the screen or in the stage or whatever, and a lot of people would see it, and it would really, I think it would make him, it would put him in the limelight a little bit more. It would put him in the limelight a little bit more. Now, when it comes to skill set, man, you're not even close to Jerome Ennis. Jerome Ennis will box this guy out. I mean. Conor Benn has the punch, though, man. He can freaking hit. Him and Meme Machine, that would be nice. Him and Meme Machine, Stanionis. But Adrian Broner, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Broner, who was the last guy he fought? Santiago, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. And it didn't seem like it gained much traction, man. Seems like to a certain degree, people are done with Adrian Broner. Unless Adrian Broner fights some kind of UFC guy and does a whole circus thing. I don't know, man. But I just don't want to see what I'm trying to say here, man. I really don't care about if Conor Benn fights Adrian Broner, because Adrian Broner's not going to put up a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Amir Khan, what the heck you saying Khan for? I understand, man. Again, I got to repeat this. I think he's saying it for the name's sake, but he has to step it up. That's what I want to say here too. Conor Benn has to step it up with competition, man. Fight one of these guys in the welterweight division that's going to give you a true test. Shouts out to Virgil Ortiz. Shouts out to Jerome Ennis. They're stepping up to these guys, man. And a lot of these guys don't want to fight Jerome Ennis, as a matter of fact. But they're stepping up. They're going higher in the rankings, man. In the division, they're climbing up the ladder, competition-wise. It's time for Conor Benn to do this, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Conor Benn to step it up. He has to. That's just my humble opinion as a fan. Now let's go to, give you a visual here. Let me show this real fast, man. Bam. Okay, so we can see here. This is his boxrec.com, whatever, link in the description. Okay, so these are the names he's fought. Okay, let me just go ahead and zoom that up a little bit. So Samuel Vargas, Formella, Granados. You got to step it up now. You see what I'm saying? These names, okay, that's enough. That's enough, man. You got 19 wins, 12 KOs or whatever. A few TKOs around there, or whatever, a couple TKOs or something. But you got to step it up now, man. Granados, I think, was the now, all due respect, man, but that's I think for me as a fan, that's the last straw. Enough of this prospect talk. It's time to step it up, man. It's time to step it up with these top 10 guys. Mix it up, man. Mix it up. Let me just go back one more time, man. So I think it's time to mix it up with the top 10, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know how updated this is, how recent this is, these rankings, but you got to step it up. Okay, Granados, in my humble opinion, is the last straw. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. If you really want to be an international, you know, get your name out there. I understand, like I said, Adrian Broner, I get it, but who the heck knows what's going on with Adrian Broner? I don't care, you know. I mean, I hope he's well, though. What I mean, I don't care is when it comes to boxing, okay? I hope he's well, though. His well-being, blah, blah, blah. I hope he's great. But, you know, you got to shoot for the top 10, man. And get your name out there, Adrian. I was going to call him Adrian Granados. Conor Benn, get your name out there. Start fighting these top 10, man. Mix it up with these guys. You know. But, you know, I kind of just want to get my 2 cents on that, you know, concerning Conor Benn. And, you know, I don't, we'll see what's next for him. I definitely got my eye on him. I have had my eye on Conor Benn for a minute, but it's just time for him to step it up. That's just my humble opinion on that, you know. I think he should just box a little bit more, you know. But I like what I see in him, man. I really do like what I see in Conor Benn. You know, some people out there, you know, kind of say that, you know, Conor Benn, he's nothing and he sucks. He's not going to make it. But, you know, I think he has a good chance for the reasons I previously explained in this video. But we'll see, man. I'm quite interested. Virgil Ortiz, that would be an amazing fight. You know, styles make fights. That's why, you know, it took him 1 minute or whatever, however long it took for him to take out Samuel Vargas, and it took all, you know, these other guys, these top names or whatever, when they fought Samuel Vargas, it took them several rounds to take Samuel Vargas out. You know, I mean, styles make fights. You know, but Granados is the last straw, man. That's enough. Enough of those names. Enough of that. And Adrian Broner, I consider him one of those names now. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, you know, offend anybody, but you know, I don't mean to offend Adrian Broner in any way, but like, you know, but I think Adrian Broner is down there with the Granadoses. Adrian Broner, his name is down there with the Granadoses, with the Luis Calazos, or whatever, man. Whatever ranking, I don't know where they are, but you know, I think, you know, Adrian Broner is down to that level. So, you know, I don't think there's a point for Conor Benn and Adrian Broner to mix it up. I mean, you know, because it's going to be the same old story. Adrian Broner is going to sit there, let his hands go. If only he lets his hands go in the lead up to the fight. We're going to hear a gazillion of times out there amongst the boxing community. Oh, if only he lets his hands go. If only he lets his hands. It's going to be the same old story. And, you know, and then Adrian Broner is going to be saying, I want this fight. I'm going to do great. I'm going to show you guys the old Adrian Broner, blah, blah, blah. And then they're going to get in the ring and Conor Benn's going to freaking, you know, knock him silly all over the ring. You know, what's the point? That's enough. Enough of those level fighters, Conor Benn. It's time to step it up. What do you guys think about this? You know, I just want to get my 2 cents on this with Conor Benn. I like what I see in him, though. I do like what I see in him. And I think he can mix it up with these top 10. And it's time for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think? Do you guys think he can be champ soon? You know, next couple years projecting? Like I said, there's going to be changes in the welterweight division, in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be changes. And I think there's a good chance for him to be a champ in the welterweight division sometime. You know, but we'll see, right? Renee Box Young, thanks so much. Comment in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? You know, subscribe. You know, if there are new listeners, if you love the sport of boxing, this is a place for you. Renee Box Young, simply a platform where simply discuss, critique, and analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing. Hit the notification bell so you know when I do my premieres and when I do the flash lives, etc., etc. Okay, thanks so much, Renee Box Young. Peace out, fam.